50 mm, binder cost 100 mm, and so. Okay, now let's look at the Malaysian design methods. Malaysian design method adopted from AASHTO guide and catalog of structure. Okay, there are Arahan Teknik Jalan 585, the old one. Later I'll teach you how to use the new one, which is based on ASHO, road test, using multi-layered, and so on. Okay, and then we have the Overseas Road Note 31, which is designed for tropical and subtropical countries, but only cater traffic up to 30 million standard axle in one direction. Okay, so for Arahan Teknik Jalan, you can use for higher, heavier load. And the third one that's going to be in our next session is Arahan Teknik Jalan 585 revision 2013. That's going to be later. Okay, let's look at Arahan Teknik Jalan 585. What are the data required? We need to know the design period. Okay, in Arahan Teknik Jalan 585, suggested 10 years. The class of road, R1, R2, R3, U1, U2, U3. Initial average daily traffic. How many cars, how many vehicles on the road each day? Average daily traffic. Okay, percentage of commercial vehicle. Out of that average daily traffic, how many percent are commercial vehicle? Remember, commercial vehicle is a vehicle with unladen weight of, yes, 1.5 ton. Okay. Average annual traffic growth rate. Okay. Of course, again, the strength of our subgrade, simply said, our CBR. Okay. The terrain condition. Okay. Let's look at the design procedure. First, calculate the V0. V0 is the initial year when you're going to open this road to traffic, which is average daily traffic multiplied by directional split. If you don't have the directional split, assume 50-50, so you multiply by half. And it is a daily, so you need to multiply by 365 to get the yearly, and you only need commercial vehicle, so multiply by percentage of commercial vehicle. Okay, and then calculate the cumulative commercial vehicle. That V0 you get, multiply by the gross rate and so on. Okay, you get your cumulative. When you want to design the pavement, what you need is equivalent single axle, or ESA. ESA is your VC multiplied by the equivalent factor which you have seen before, or you use table 4.1, I'll show later, or 2.52. The latest one is, yes, 3.7, if still remember. Okay, check the daily capacity using the table, I'll show later. Okay, determine the subgrade strength, and then obtain the equivalent thickness from the nomograph. Nomograph, you should pay attention on how to use the nomograph. Okay, and then calculate the thickness, refer to those three tables, I'll show you later. Okay, and finally, of course, sketch the design thickness. Okay, these are the equivalent factor. Okay, based on percentage of commercial vehicle, then that's the equivalent factor. As I said, if you don't have it, use 2.52. The latest is 3.7. Maximum hourly capacity, okay, for multi-lane, 2,000 per lane, and so on. This just to check the capacity of your road. Reduction factor, if you have the standard carriageway, 7.5 meter, shoulder 2, meaning that there's no reduction factor. But if your carriageway width is less, then there's going to be reduction factor. Why? Because now you cannot drive as easy as on the very wide road. Terrain factor, of course, flat, nothing to it. But when it's rolling, it's mountainous, then the vehicle will be slow. So that's why you put the terrain factor in. The layer coefficient, the material to be used, okay, just select the material and select the coefficient. This is the standard construction thickness. Okay, how thick each layer. Okay, that's the standard thickness. And if it exceeds the standard thickness, then you'll go with 1 layer leaf thickness. For example, let's say the binder course, you're going to construct 15 cm or 150 mm. It exceeds 5 to 10 cm, meaning that you have to construct it in 2 layers. So you split into 2, 150 mm split into 2, you got 75 mm and 75 mm, meaning that you have 2 layers of binder course. Minimum thickness of bituminous layer. Okay, if you get very high volume of commercial vehicle, you need to have a thicker bituminous layer. That's why it's given the minimum thickness of bituminous layer. Okay, this is nomograph. Okay, now, very simple. Down there, it show you what to do, step 1 to step 5. Okay, I'll go with you on this. Okay, step 1, add CBR3, and then go to your design ESA, draw a straight line to line C, stop there. Okay, now go to whatever your design CBR, draw a straight line, pass through the point on line C down to line D. The value that we want is at line D. Yes, that is the required thickness for your design. Okay, just 5 steps, simple. CBR3, go to your ESA, draw a straight line to line C. That is the thickness for CBR3. But since our subgrade varies the strength, so you go to your design CBR and then draw a straight line past that point on line C, extend it to line D, read the value that you get from line D. Okay. What if the CBR is different, even for 1 meter depth of subgrade? Then you have to determine the mean CBR. How to do it? CBR mean is thickness 1 multiplied by CBR1 to the power of 1/3, thickness 2, doesn't matter how many layers you have for that 1 meter thickness. Okay, where CBR mean, okay, and then CBR1 to 3, that is CBR for our soil, and H1 till HN is the thickness of the strata in mm. Why? Because we divide by 1000. That 1000 is 1000 mm or 1 meter. Okay, let's do some example here. Determine the mean CBR for this subgrade. Given 350 mm of CBR 30, 350 mm of CBR 8, and 300 mm of CBR 5. So what's the mean CBR? The mean CBR is 350 times 30 to the power of 1/3, 350 times 8 to the power of 1/3, and 350 times 5 to the power of 1/3, divide by 1000. Divide it first by 1000, then cube it. Okay, do not cube it first. Divide it first, then cube it. And then you got 12%. That's your mean CBR. Of course, check for logic. 5, 8, 30. 30 is far from 5 and 8. So it's going to be more than 8. So it's logic. If you calculate it right, you got the right value. Okay. Finish with Arahan Teknik Jalan 585. Now let's go to Road Note 31. Much simpler, don't worry. Much simpler than Arahan Teknik Jalan. Okay. This pavement design thickness designed for tropical and subtropical, as I've told you before, but to carry up to 30 million cumulative standard axle. Another difference is the heavy vehicle is no longer 1.5 ton, but 3 ton and above. And the equivalent factor, instead of to the power of 4, E is L divided by LS to the power of 4.5. The design procedure, very simple, just 3 steps. Estimate the CSA, doesn't matter how you're going to do it. Just estimate it, you can use the method in the Arahan Teknik Jalan. Assess the subgrade strength, of course we did this. And no nomograph, nothing. Just select the material and look at the structure catalog based on your traffic and subgrade strength. This is the traffic class based on equivalent single axle load from T1 to T8, increasing. Subgrade class S1 to S6 from the lower 2 to 30 plus. Or if you don't have the CBR, you can estimate the CBR based on depth of water table and based on your PI. The higher your PI, the lower your CBR. Okay, these are the material to be used. These are the structure catalog. Another structure catalog. Okay, so let's say when you calculate, you get your traffic is T6 and your subgrade is S2. You get your thickness is 100 mm of bituminous layer. It may consist of wearing cost 50 mm, binder cost 50 mm, 200 mm of granular road base, 225 mm of granular sub base, and since S2 is weak, the weak CBR, so you need to introduce 200 mm of capping layer. See, capping layer only occur on CBR1, S1 and S2 for weak subgrade. The rest you don't need capping layer. Okay, that's the two methods that I explained. If you have any question, feel free to email it to me. Thank you.